So welcome to day 2 of Sakura Con. And me and my buddy Byron are here over at on the ferry, about to head out on our way to Sakura Con. But I just wanted to give a little bit of a intro to get you guys excited for day 2. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but Sakura Con is one of the biggest conventions here in the Pacific Northwest. It's actually one of the biggest. Okay, so I had to wait for the signal there to end. But yeah, so Sakura Con is one of the oldest running anime convention here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's one of the biggest actually in the world. Normally ranking top 10 anime conventions in the world. So yeah, it should be a fun time. And here, we'll switch over my buddy Byron real quick. You want to say anything, buddy? No. Okay, thanks. No worries. Anyways, see you guys at Con. Welcome to the Saturday convention, and so we are here with our first cosplayer of the day, AC. She's cosplaying as Shigo. And so we'll start with a little bit of an introduction, who you are and who you're cosplaying.
Yeah.
I think Shigo's a pretty popular character, but yeah, we'll introduce you. So yeah, really get into with that. Introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm AC. I've been a Pacific Northwest cosplayer for a long time. I'm doing Shigo. That was already said. I wanted to basically give her a spin. So I'm here doing that the best I can.
You're doing a great job with it. I love the conflict. It's great. And so, we'll start with kind of what attracts you to Shigo? What attracts you to Shigo?
In the series I grew up watching Kim Possible, so that was one thing. I really gravitated more towards Shigo. She was kind of like this outsider type mentality. There's a lot of backstory that people don't realize with her character and how she got her powers and her family and stuff like that. So I kind of relate to how that feeling was. I think a lot of people don't give her enough credit. So I just was like, you know what, that's somebody I can portray and I relate to. So yeah, I had that attachment.
Awesome. Shigo has that's a great reason why she's a very deep character. Like you said, going from a very this is her family life, going from this not the best situation to being to now being became film and a professor.
Yep.
And so it's fun to kind of figure out how it's been on that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so with the convention, how have you been enjoying the convention so far?
I think it's good. It's obviously disappointing when people cancel, and I've had some people I wanted to see in the panels with canceled. But with those cancellations, I really
Speaking all the kinds of people, who's been your favorite? What has been your favorite photo shoot so far?
So I just did one yesterday with Faith and Ivy. Cara Photography, I believe is her name. She's out of Columbus, and she did my shoot yesterday. And I'm meeting with another person who's also from Columbus, I believe. Her name's Lauren, and I'm really excited to work with her today to take my shoot out the shoot.
Are you going up to the photography outside garden area?
Probably that's where the other one was, but there's some really good shots in them, places to get with photos.
What are you looking forward to most when doing the shoot with the Shigo? What excites you most? What are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I really just want to give her justice. I had got this suit custom made, so I want to portray the art that kind of went into making the suit. My friend at Secret Sirens made it, and then I also want to just be able to give the character justice and show it out. And that Shigo can look like anybody.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just being able to portray Shigo in a more positive light. Giving that representation, giving that positivity in the cosplay community.
Yeah.
And so, what kind of got you in the cosplay community?
Oh gosh, I have been basically cosplaying since I was a little kid. But I think just being able to they bring characters to life is like a man, and that usually there's no judgment in terms of like what people look like or so that's just something that I've been doing for a while, and I've just kind of gravitated towards that.
Oh yeah, and that's great. Bringing that positivity to like the comic community. It's fun seeing, especially nowadays, like as people are more like seeing all different interpretations and the floodgates open up. Right?
Yes.
You know, and that's part of the fun now with the cosplay community. Like, and then what's bringing you to come to Comic Con today? Like, is this like your main convention?
So this is the main one that I go to in this area. I've gone to Emerald City on and off as well, which is common to this area. But I've also gone to Sakura Con, and I've gone to a couple others like Los Angeles and things. I plan to expand that as well.
What has been your favorite con so far?
That's a really hard question. I think Emerald City and Sakura Con are probably tied just because we're local. Outside of the area, probably the Anime Expo in Los Angeles.
That was a big one too.
Yeah.
I think so many different variations.
Yeah.
And like, so how many conventions do you normally go in a year?
Typically, I go to 3 or 4. Sometimes it's 2. It really depends on life.
Yeah, I feel you. Especially now with like the kind of this year, it's starting to get stabilized a little bit more.
Exactly.
I feel it. And then what are your plans here at the con today? Like, have you
Yeah. Going to the photo shoot. I plan on doing probably just taking more photos. Not just hanging out. I really want to try the gaming area as well. I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. So, yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, like they have like the retro as well as the mini.
Yes.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Do you have a particular favorite like game you like to play?
So 2-3 years ago they had Guitar Hero, and that's like old. It's not really that old, but that's like my yeah. I just love it. So
yeah, Guitar Hero's a lot of fun. Maybe you like to have like a competition or something.
basically, you got it. Yeah.
That'd be fun, like doing like competition at some point.
Yes.
And oh my god, yeah. So like, but yeah, so that'll give a pretty loaded day though. So.
Yeah.
But and that's something you're having a great time. And is there any cosplayers particularly you're looking forward to? Or like, looking forward to meet and all that?
Yeah. So I'm supposed to be here again today, but there's someone dressed up as one of the characters in Pokemon. She has 2 other friends of her that were dressed up as the other ones for like the most newest games, not for. Yeah. And then the game before that.
That'd be super neat, like
Yeah.
a big Pokemon group together.
Exactly, and I really like to put them in a photo together.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, like and like being able to feel different cosplayers like just come together and all, have fun expressing themselves like that. What got you? Is that why you got into like cosplay? Like what got you into that?
I think the convention scene has a lot of opportunities to meet people, and also I think sometimes it's easy to bring cosplay like this, like right, you already know like a photographer is gonna be there, or somebody
Sorry, booking event.
you know they're gonna do a panel or something. You have access to hear that expertise in a smaller capacity. So those are things that I enjoy.
Awesome. Okay. And then, what would you recommend to anyone coming to a conference, coming to a convention or something? What would you recommend for your own personal?
Always make sure you're being consensual. Taking photos, things like that. Like people don't usually mind. If somebody says no, don't take it personally. Probably don't take pictures of people when they're eating, like that. And there's no expectations. Like cosplay, if you want to cosplay as your own, and every cosplay is a cosplay body.
Exactly, right? Like, just having that, just knowing, just have fun with it.
Yes.
And then kind of a secondary question after that, like, is there any recommendations you would kind of recommend for someone trying to cosplay for the first time specifically? Like, someone who wants to cosplay.
Yeah, one of the things that I did was I just went to a thrift store. Like I had characters in mind, and I would go to thrift stores. So I'm not spending a lot of money on something that I don't have right away, right? And then from there, I just started making videos and recording and doing fun stuff. And then from there, when I wanted to take a step up, like I watched YouTube tutorials. So like having grace for yourself and being willing to make mistakes is part of the process. Start small, build up the confidence, and build up your skills, and then show off. Like at any point where you're at is great.
Right, because being able to learn and show what you learn at each different stage is super. It's fun enough itself. If you're like, hey, I'm at this point now,
Right.
And then there's like even like a year ago, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun seeing like you see that's kind of fun about going to the see the entire different skill set. Yeah. But everyone having like just fun no matter where you're at. Yeah. So that's yeah. I've definitely been enjoying seeing this as well. So, and so here we'll wrap up with start wrapping up with a little bit of what do you normally like to do after a convention? Like, how do you like to unwind?
Sleep.
Yeah, really. Like,
I don't do a lot after the conventions. I think depending on what time you get out of the convention, your body's going to be tired. So I think it's take care of yourself.
Just kind of like slow down a little bit. Kind of be able to like just kind of read where you're at. Like, okay, I need to just get a thing to sleep. That makes sense. And then, is there any particular cosplayers? Well, and then, yeah, is there any particular cosplayers that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I think, and I would give a shout out to everybody cosplaying. I know I obviously haven't talked to everybody, but I think it's really what makes a convention is people that go.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's what my shout out is.
Oh, no, that's great. I hope you're like a big shout out to everybody. Like, yeah, because everyone has fun.
Right.
And then, where do people find you on Instagram? Where do you find you, sorry?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok and Instagram under @, and then it's the Misfit Cosplay.
Make sure to follow at the Misfit here. And then, yeah, thank you for taking your time out. And then have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, welcome to our second cosplayer of the day, Ashetan.
Hello.
And then what we'll do is kind of introduce your cosplay and you know who you are. So and with that, like, yeah, so how you doing and introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, my name is Ashetan. I'm cosplaying Naruto from Super Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, and I'm a cosplayer from Washington. I do a lot of different fandoms and stuff, and I'm a trans cosplayer.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Awesome. I have a first trans cosplay. That's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm super excited. And so you got to have you on here and being able to yell about Danganronpa. We were talking about that here a second.
Yeah, we were.
That was great. Yeah. So like, what attracted you to Danganronpa and like this character in particular?
I absolutely adore the character designs. It's probably one of my favorite parts. I love a character with a good design.
Yeah.
And if I can find a way to cosplay that, and I love all the gore in the game.
It is really cool.
So getting to do a character that like had a stake go through his stomach, I feel like that's such a fun thing to do.
Right, it'd be like so over the top that you're just like, I have to cosplay.
The game is so over the top, and that's what I love about it.
Right, and then it really is. And so it's like being able to represent that here at the caught a lot. Have you been able to meet Dr. Cosplay?
Yes, I have. I met some really sweet ones today, and then I actually have a group waiting at the panel room right now, and we are all in Danganronpa cosplay. And then I met a bunch yesterday too. Everyone has been so sweet here. I'm so happy like conventions are back in.
Exactly, yeah, and you can feel that too. Like this, everyone have like a little extra air of excitement. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, being able to meet up with other people, other cosplayers.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Like, and so is that, and then so yeah, with the convention, like, so yeah, how's it been with you in the convention? How's your convention?
It's been great. I met one of my best friends for the first time in person.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This is our first time meeting in person, and it's probably one of the best conventions I've been to in a long time. Because everyone is so passionate and so excited about like getting back to the spirit of cosplay. And you get to meet so many amazing cosplayers, which is such an amazing thing.
They can, like, everyone's so really excited.
Everyone is like really excited, or they just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just such a good feeling being back in person.
Oh no, it absolutely is. Like, it's hard to describe really like the feeling that you're fucking on. I mean, the first con.
Oh yeah, and it's such a big con too.
The person that it actually got packed on, actually had to fill the capacity.
I was shocked when I saw that they like had filled capacity before even like on-site tickets were out, and I was like, whoa!
Yeah, like,
Everyone got their
yeah, since like 2014, like, this is the first time like you know, like camp out.
Oh yeah. It tapped out really quick, which is what surprised me the most, I think. That like I wasn't expecting it to cap out. Not even like second day in, like weeks before con even started.
Yeah, it was nice. Like being able to see that, like, and being able to see that, that cap out. It was like, oh, okay, this is happening. And then, yeah. And so, what's exciting you about? What excites you most about coming to the con? Anything you look forward to?
I was really excited to see my friends. Like, I was so pumped to see my friends. To finally like wear my cosplays out and not just like in my room filming. That was like the best feeling.
You know, like, yeah, put that out here and show the world like what's, you know, I feel we're out and about. Like, there's a lot more different feeling than just being on there.
Yeah, it's such a better feeling because you get that like good interaction with people and you can make such good friends from finding one common interest of that just being a source.
Yeah.
And it's such a good way to even like start conversations with people. Like, oh, you like that too? Let's talk about that.
Right, and you get to speak up for like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, you'll get like such passionate conversations with people and it's such a nice feeling.
It really is. It's a lot of, it is nice being to meet people for the first time in person. And like, and then I'm going to actually speak about that. You're kind of leading into that with meeting people with similar interests. Like, you know, there's a lot of different kinds of panels. And in fact, you're leading people.
Yes, me and my best friend will be leading a panel today. I am so excited. It's our first panel back since COVID. And we're doing like a character. It's all games. It's all trivia. It's just gonna be a really fun time.
Like, yeah, and so it's like it's a dog and mom thing, right?
Yes.
And so yeah, talk about. So is the dog and mom theory kind of pretty big here in the environment?
It's pretty big. I've seen a lot of VR cosplay just in general. And like yesterday, I was like running our panel, and I had people running up to us, being so excited to come see it. And that's like, oh my gosh, people want to come see our panel. I was like, are we gonna have like 5 people there? And it's gonna be like, oh, like, hey guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I'm finding out like so many people want to come see. It makes me so excited, like so pumped to like get back into the spirit of like doing panels.
Right, hosting. Yeah, for the first time. So you hosted a panel before?
Yes, I hosted panels at smaller cons, and I hosted a lot of online panels. Over COVID, every week I want to say, we had a different fandom and an online panel just to keep cosplayers with that level of cosplay. So me and my best friend, who's hosting the panel, me and Roman, that's what we did over COVID. We hosted panels, and we just got people excited still in the spirit of cosplay. It was so nice to like build a community of people who like were excited and like wanted to like still cosplay, even if it's just like sitting in their room talking to their computer with people watching. Like there could be like 5 people watching, but those 5 people, they are finding something so that it can at least make their day a little bit. And that's what I love about like getting to like that's what I love about doing cosplay in general. Like the excitement I see when people like see characters they really like. It makes me feel like so good that I'm able to like portray characters so excited to see.
Bring that to life.
Yeah. That's like one thing I love about conventions. You see comfort characters or just characters you love with all your heart, and like you're able to talk to someone who also loves that character.
Right, and you build that bond with them, and you build like things like before, like building that friendship.
Oh yeah. Con is such a good way to make friends.
It is like even like it's like yeah, but you really like kind of figure out like who has what interests and connect with people.
Yeah.
And so like how long have you been to con?
I've been going to con since 2018. Alright. Yeah, I've been going since 2018, and then 2019 was the year I hit a lot of cons, and then boom, everything shut down.
Yes, it's the pandemic.
Like, I'd gone to Con when it first opened up this year, and it was fun. It was like, whoa, it's an actual con. We're inside.
Right, yeah, hanging out with people, like seeing everyone again.
It was such an amazing feeling. Like, just having cons here. Like, I love Sakura Con. It was my first con I ever went to. From like, I was like in middle school. My first con I ever went to.
Oh, so this is kind of your home base?
It's my home base for cons. It's my favorite con coming here.
Yeah, no, it's the best one to go to. Like, how is kind of like this compared to like the North Con and other countries?
It's so much bigger, which is so nice. It's so much bigger. There's more chances to like support local artists too, which I love. I love just getting art and supporting them as much as I can. And also, you meet people that are like in your area, which is so nice. It's like CosplayCon's out in Portland.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I don't know anyone that's
that's
right here. Oh, but you live like in Seattle? That's a 30-minute drive for me. We could hang out one day. It's like such a nice feeling to be able to like make friends and stuff.
And it seems like a lot of people also go to Comic-Con. Is that like Sakura Con and Comic-Con seem to be kind of like a one-two block.
Yeah, a lot. It's like, if you go to Sakura Con, most likely people here are going to go to Comic-Con since it's so close around the same kind of ideas and stuff. But the drive is kind of like, I hate going a 5-hour drive with people. It's like, oh, this is just really annoying. And you gotta lug everything with you.
Yeah, like back in all these suggestions. And that's good too for a lot of people. But and then we're trying, let's say, the first con for the first time. Let's say Sakura Con. What would you recommend someone who's coming to the first time?
Bring a bag.
Yeah.
Bring a bag. Bring water. That's excellent. My first con, I did not bring any water with me. I did not eat the entire day. You need to hydrate. You need to at least get something in you. It's so important. And also, have a buddy. Going con golf is not fun, but also for safety stuff. Having a buddy with you is so nice. Because also, you're not walking alone all day, which can be like really nerve-wracking for some people. So like, having a friend, even if it's completely different cosplayers, you just have someone to go off with, and like, you'll have a fun time with just one person.
Exactly. Like being able to build like that repertoire and have them to bounce off of, just having that don't have to come back to that.
Yeah.
And like, let's say you mentioned like cosplaying, and like even if you and your friend are doing different cosplays, would you even recommend someone trying to cosplay for the first time? Like, what do you think?
Oh my god. If you're trying to cosplay for the first time, don't worry if it doesn't look like everyone else's. Everyone has on a different level of cosplay. And like, you may look back years on like, oh, my first cosplay wasn't great. But yourself in that moment was so proud of it. And that's what it means. Like, you'll slowly develop your skills. So like, do whatever is gonna make you have a fun time at con.
Absolutely.
Like, your first con experience should be really fun and should just grow from there. Like, however much longer you go to cons.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, being able to just use that as a baseline to build from there and stuff. And it really is like just kind of like the leveling up.
Yeah.
And so, and then your last week, we kind of looked like, before we start winding up, what do you, after like a long day, let's say, walking around on your feet, what do you normally like to do after you do unload on one and all that?
Oh my gosh. So, what we did last night, we went back to the hotel, we got dinner, we just laid down and watched movies. We sat there, enjoyed each other's presence, and just decompressed and relaxed, which is so nice after such a long day of walking around. And like, just how everyone is like, it can be like really overwhelming sometimes. So like, taking breaks also throughout the day makes it so much better than just going to your hotel and being like, wow, that was so much in like the span of like 8 hours all at once. So like, just laying down, watching movies, playing games, just chilling out. Especially if we do like night events.
Oh yeah.
Like, we went to the rave last night. Oh, rave was so much fun. We're going again tonight.
Is that the one at time?
Yes, it's at 9 and it goes to like 3.
Oh, sick. I might have to go.
It was so much fun. I had a great time. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like right after the ball.
Check that out.
It's so much fun.
But I think the law aired the
Oh yeah.
You're there for an hour.
We'll like come back to the rave and like, wow, we're gonna eat again, go to bed.
Pretty much like this. Yeah.
And like, you wake up the next day and you're like, yes, it's my next day at con, let's do this.
Let's get out. Yeah. We're a little bit, reload a little bit.
Yes.
And then.
Hexcore cosplay.
Okay.
My best friend, one of my best friends, he's an amazing cosplayer. He is so talented. My best friend Roman, all of my friends, not everyone, everyone here is such talented cosplayers. If I could, I'd love to get everyone to that. Just everyone at Sakura Con has been so talented this year, and it makes me so excited.
Where can people follow you on?
On Instagram, my user is himbo.cause. On TikTok, it is IRLsoda_. And those are my main places that I post. And I post my cosplay stuff.
And then, yeah, let me sure you guys give her a follow. And then any last words for you?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you. So, welcome, going to our third cosplayer of the day. We have Laura, who's cosplaying from Fire Emblem Three Houses. How are you doing today, Laura?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing all right. I'm excited to be here at Comic Con. It's fun seeing everyone out and about. But yeah, how about you? Have you enjoyed con so far?
So far, yes, I've enjoyed it. I've been seeing a lot of good, great cosplays. The exhibition hall with all of the artist alley, the merchandise. It's phenomenal, especially after a 2-year drought. You can just really tell everyone's excited to come back.
It is. It's nice seeing. Yeah, you can feel that air of like this. Everyone's like, excited to be meeting with everybody again, going to cosplay. It's like, yeah, there's that extra little bit of excitement. It's a lot of fun. And so, yeah, speaking of cosplays, though, like, you want to talk about your cosplay today?
Sure, I'm cosplaying as Sakura Con from Fire Emblem Three Houses. He is one of the house leaders of the groups that you can possibly choose, one of 3. He's a little mischievous, he's very tactical, but at like the core of him, he's good-natured.
Right.
It's just, you have to see past the schemes to really understand that.
Right, you have to like look a little past and kind of get like, to really get into the character. He's a little bit of mischief, but so like, and is that what really attracts you about the character? Like, this is different layers. Like, it's almost like faceted. Like, what attracts you as a character?
There are multiple reasons that I got drawn to the character. First off, design-wise, for a Fire Emblem main protagonist to be on the darker skin, I was actually really surprised by that. I haven't fully seen it as much. Like, there have been dark-skinned Fire Emblem characters, such as Niles from Conquest, and so on, but I was actually shocked when I saw he was going to be like the main house leader, so I was interested in that. Another reason is getting to know him. Like I said, I thought his character was kind of fun for being like not a typical leader, like the very like headstrong or the things you traditionally see in leaderships. He's just like, yeah, let's go pull some pranks. I was like, okay.
Yeah, let's just go with it. Yeah.
And the third reason what actually drew me to originally choose the Golden Deer route is the voice actor Joe Zija put a little video on YouTube introducing himself.
Oh, really? Okay.
And when he introduced himself, there's this big joke in the Fire Emblem Three Houses memes that Claude, because Claude on the cover is upside down, so a lot of the pictures are going to be upside down. And when he introduced himself as a voice actor, he actually filmed himself hanging upside down.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like, wow, I need to see what this route is, because the voice actor has just so much personality with it.
That's dedication, like just hanging upside down just to post a video, man. Like, no, that's great. Like, that's great. Like, that doesn't sell you as a character. Like, it's kind of hard. Like, what else is there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's awesome. That there's so many things like that character. The Fire Emblem community seems to be a really committed community. Have you made Fire Emblem fans here so far? Or?
Yes, I have met a few. Actually, earlier today, this morning, I met the other 2 house leaders of Edelgard and Dimitri cosplayers up by the main stage.
Yeah.
And I've met a few here and there. There's quite a bit from past Fire Emblem games. I'll admit, I haven't really played the older, like classic, like the Radiant series and even before, but I'm trying to build my way into it slowly as I can get the games available.
That's fair. And the Three Houses seem to be like a little more accessible games, like per member, right?
Yeah, with it being on Switch and changing up its to not rebrand necessarily, but try to like reach out to get new players into the series, since Fire Emblem has a long history.
It does, yeah. It's definitely one of the bigger franchises out there for sure that they're gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so kind of like, and that's kind of the fun thing about it. Like, so many variations here at Con, and with the con here, like, this is your main con here. Is Sakura Con your main con of the year, or are there any other con that you're going to?
Sakura Con is my preferred main convention to go to, so it being the biggest in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Me being from Oregon, there is Komori Con, which isn't too far from where I am, but it always clashes with
usually school, because I'm a university student at the moment. And it being Easter weekend, it's a lot easier to ask for days off. And sometimes the school schedule follows nicely better with it. And I kind of like this slightly bigger convention, not too big, but it's a good size for you if you want to experience all like the possibility of fun of a con without it being overwhelming.
Oh, Sakura Con?
Sakura Con, sorry.
No, my bad. I was like, I'm trying to go back for it. Okay.
Yeah, Sakura Con's a little smaller in attendance, but Sakura Con is definitely my preferred convention.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, Sakura Con's great. Like, it is not horrendously big because like Emerald City, for example, maybe.
Yeah.
And so it's like it does seem more manageable, right? Is there anything here so far that you've been looking forward to most while here?
For me, it's always just meeting the voice actors. I love getting autographs, and even if I have to wait hours in line, for me, it's worth it. I know it's not everyone's. Second thing is I like to watch the cosplay contest. I like to see what people can create, and just to show off their craftsmanship.
Right. Yeah, and those costume contests are amazing. Like, have you ever just seeing the different skill sets? Like, just being able to see what people come up with and people interpret characters must be really inspiring to go see that. Is that one? So, what's been your favorite cosplay that you've seen at this event?
Past years, one of my favorite cosplays I've seen was the Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy. It was from Five Nights at Freddy's, the fourth one, the more nightmare-inducing one, and it was great because they had like lighting effects in the eyes and like smoke coming out of the mouth. But when they took off the head to like reveal themselves, it was just like this tiny little girl with the highest pitched voice, and just seeing that contrast, it just made it more. But yeah, visually it was stunning. It did its job. Another one, this was the first time I came to Sakura Con. I unfortunately don't know the character's name, but the character was a mage resort and had this wooden staff. And usually, like with most props, it's like this foamy material, but her staff was actually physically carved from wood, and it had such intricate detail on it when they zoomed in on the camera, and I thought it was amazing.
Because any sort of woodwork, they put in a lot of detail with that, for sure. Like, man, that would be great to see. Like, it would be super impressive. And then, what kind of got you into cosplay?
Well, I do have a theater background, so being in high school drama club theater, I don't mind dressing up. I love Halloween, so that was always something I looked forward to. And when I got more into anime and just seeing how people like come to conventions dress up, I was like, wow, I'd like to do that one day. And it took a couple of times to become to conventions before I got fully committed. Like, okay, I'm gonna do a full head to toe cosplay.
So it took you a little while to kind of build that confidence, sounds like?
Confidence, and just to get the right materials and stuff, or just to find something, because usually my past cosplays are very casual versions of the character, or just like a theme, like cohesive theme. Yeah.
But then building up from casual down to like where you're 2 to 3 house cosplays you're rocking out, like that must have been a really fun experience, kind of like going from there to where you are now. And then because of your background, is that why you got into cosplays? Oh no, convention. Sorry, the convention scene.
Well, the convention scene, like I said, the love of anime started when I was aware it was anime. It was middle school, because I watched things like Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, Pokemon, not aware it wasn't Japanese anime. Middle school is when I started going into it on my own. I remember accidentally stumbling upon an AMV like Oron High School Host Club, and it was just like, what is this? I looked into it and I'm like, what's anime? The self-discovery was really fun. And then I learned about conventions. I was like, people go there and do this, and it's just like, so the theater background, I live for drama. I like the flair.
Yeah, they like the flash.
I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun because it's the one time you can just go fully out there, and especially with a convention, people here just accept it and just love it.
Yeah, and there's a little bit like that improv and play with the feel of it. We all know you can do that here, and it must be a lot of fun to be able to kind of unleash your theater background.
Yeah.
That must be a lot of fun. And so and then do you still do theater?
Now, no, I unfortunately do not. I had, it's just a high school thing. It was a lot of fun, but when I went to the university, I took some of the acting classes just for electives, but I didn't try to go audition for any of that stuff. I just like it for fun.
No, I gotcha. I feel it. But and so this is kind of like the. But okay, that makes sense. And then just being able to, but still kind of be able to enjoy that aspect here. That's a lot of fun. And then kind of like, what would you recommend to someone who maybe kind of like wants to take that step who doesn't do theater, but they want to still do something like convention? Like, what would you recommend someone for the first time coming to this?
For the first time coming to the convention, definitely do research around the area. If it's like a big one, know how, like, if you have like any anxiety or stuff like that, be well aware of how many people do attend. That's something I see a lot for first timers that get very overwhelmed. There's a lot of walking, so be prepared for that. Pace yourself, water, food, all of that, but definitely research. That's the key thing, research of where you're going. But come in not too stressed out if possible. It's a lot of fun, slowly take it in. Don't feel like you need to rush through everything, especially if you're going to stay all 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and just take it at a pace you're most comfortable with, but try to do, like I said, do the research ahead of time to know what's coming up.
Try not to overwhelm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's something that all for like your first time cosplayers, like, or convention going, it's like, oh shoot, like what? Yeah, it's kind of sad to see to how that happens. But it makes sense. And then it's kind of a similar question to the cosplaying for the first time. What would you recommend for someone cosplaying for the first time?
For the first time, if you're like you're gonna go do a full cosplay, I'd recommend do a character that you truly love. It doesn't matter how obscure it is or how minimal or extravagant, because it's for your first time. It's really great to do a character if you know them and you really adore them and appreciate them. You can fully embrace in the moment and just have like a great time walking around. But if I'm not like totally against the idea of you just want to do a character like I like the way they look, but you know nothing about them.
Oh yeah, just finding like a character. Yeah, finding a character. Ultimately, you just want to have fun, right? But it is more fun though. It's a little bit more fun to have like some bit of a reference, right? Because then you can geek out with like other people, like, oh hey, you're also a part of this character. You guys can talk about that for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you have fun, that's the biggest thing for sure. And then kind of thinking on cosplay, are you doing any sort of like photo shoot or meetup today?
Not today. I did do one yesterday. I was Venti from Genshin Impact, and we had a nice meetup on the Central Plaza, which is slightly down there. I don't think there's a Fire Emblem meetup today, so that's why I will. But I'm willing to take pictures with anyone who wants it or just anything like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So like, okay. And then, speaking of cosplayers, is there anyone that you would want to like shout out? Any cosplayers that you really like to shout out?
I do not know any other cosplayers or like social or anything I can shout out, unfortunately. It's just something me and my friends just like to do here. Sometimes we'll do group cosplay, sometimes we won't. But, yeah.
Oh, okay. No worries at all. And then, is there any here before we go to that question, go back to that?
Okay.
After a long convention, what do you like to do like unwind and get back to it?
Well, since we're in Seattle, I'd like to get before they close, just to drink coffee from Starbucks. I love Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm completely done the convention, what I do is I'll go back to wherever I'm staying and definitely delayer and just try to like lay down, go through the stuff I bought, maybe look through photos, and just try to relax. Because if you don't take the proper steps to carry, so especially like feet, because like a lot of walking, it can really be detrimental the following day. So you have to make sure you do decline and relax and hydrate. It's very important to hydrate.
Oh yeah, like, you don't realize how much energy you're spending until like you sit down for like 5 minutes and you're like, oh shoot. So that makes a lot of sense. And that's good to be able to like take a breather and just kind of like and then kind of winding down. Is there, speaking of winding down, is there any start to end with. Is there any fun facts about 3 how they like to recommend or where people can find you on social media?
Well, one fun fact about Claude is this: it wasn't in the game, but it was in an interview with Nintendo America Japan, so it's portraits of Japanese only. The creators revealed that Claude's actually a fake name for him. Yeah, I might butcher the pronunciation, but I think it's pronounced Halid, Halid. The reason, without going too into spoiler territory, is that Claude is from a distinct country, coming to the Garrett-Mach Monastery, and just to protect his identity, they gave him the name of Claude. And unless you buy the DLC, which is the Astral Wolf, he does kind of hint at it for a split second, say, because you get ambushed and they're like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "It's like, oh, you know, Claude's it's a great fake name that people have told him to give."
Oh, yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's the only hint you get. It's not ever revealed in the game.
Interesting. So it's only if you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one interview where they said that was his fake name.
That's interesting. Like they're doing that one interview. I wonder if they're going to do like a
They might, with Fire Emblem Three Hopes coming out, I believe next year, which is in the Warriors setting. It does seem that there might be alternate timelines happening. The protagonist you did play in Fire Emblem Three Houses seems to be the antagonist, just according to the trailer. I'm not sure yet. It's still early, but I do look forward to that. Maybe they'll delve into that a little bit more, his past, things he's hiding from the rest of the characters, even within his own Golden Deer house. They don't know that that's his fake name.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to go in that. But we can talk for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, so but you know, well, let's get back to the con now. Is there anywhere that people can follow you on Instagram?
My Instagram ID is Garcia LTA13. It's really simple. It was the one I made in middle school and never changed it.
That's fair. You actually work.
Yeah.
And then I can make sure to tag you.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching today. And then, yeah, have fun in the con.
Yeah, and I hope you have a good.
Alright. Okay, we got some coffee. It was the coffee was kind of alright. There's definitely better stuff out there, but yeah. But yeah, that's the important thing for sure. No, now that we start mostly caffeinated, let's head back to the con real quick. Alright. Hey guys, how you doing? And now that we have our next set of conference, we have Roxy Taylor cosplay, and then we have Roxy Cat cosplay, and then we also have Untitled Chapter, and then you guys were cosplaying Totoro and yeah, thank you. And so we're very excited to have you guys here today. You guys take the time. So yeah, let's get started to introduce both you guys and talk about you guys' hobbies. Yeah, awesome. I know it's like kind of like a hella sound right now today, but like go here and there. Yeah. We'll start with I did Taylor and the Alucard cosplay. What started you to talk about Alucard?
Oh, this is like right now.
Yes. Okay.
Inspired me to cosplay as Alucard. It was a couple of years ago that a friend of mine introduced me to the housing bridge. I saw that first of all, housing before, I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. But then this just weird super the character, I'm like, why? It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's like my question. I think he was sassy.
You'll go that sassy, yeah, that sassy question mark. So you like this?
It was fantastic.
It was, yeah. Being able to like representation of these women, a little bit different like that. There's from so, and then you're covering Totoro as well, right? Yeah. And so yeah, what part did you play Totoro today? That's like Totoro.
Well, I mean, I thought
It's hard to go wrong with Totoro. It's like, see Totoro for like, what's going on? It's very well. I even added game as well. Very like, very helpful. So, how long have you guys been? Are you guys doing the? How long have you guys been doing the? How long have you guys been doing the
Convention, the best way I can describe it, it's kind of like an open stuff burrito with a little sprinkling of basket sauce. Because you eat the burrito, yeah, it's very overpowered. It's like, oh, there's a lot to take in. But then after all, it's like, okay, this is kind of delicious. And then it was that extra tobacco, so I was like, whoa, okay. Okay, towards the end of the day, that's when things get really spicy. So, you know, when you have it, you eat it, you enjoy it. It's like, oh. And that's what kind of this full experience has been like. It's my first time being here. And I didn't have any expectations going into this because I didn't want to be disappointed. And all my expectations were just blown out of the water. This is fantastic.
Oh, so the fact that this is your first time here, like, yeah, so let's go dig into that a little bit. So this is your first time at Sakura Con, like, and you said you're well, like, how does it compare to like any other convention?
Well, the only convention that I went to beforehand was in 2019. It was Chibi. And that was kind of a terrible experience, but kind of a good one because I showed up, I didn't have any cosplay, and I had dress shoes. And they were playing the song in the background of BMM from Mulan. And I decided to sing along with them, but once I did the kick, I broke my shoes. And so my dress shoes were ruined. And I'm like, oh crap. But then I went to the back and I got some sneakers on. I'm like, crap, well, I gotta, my whole outfit is messed up, I gotta do something. And so one of my friends gave me a big hammer, they used it as a bait, and I decided to be a big man for the rest of the day. So it was fun, but it was like that embarrassing moment. It was like,
I feel like next year you want to come, and then so it's that experience, like, that's kind of like the bug where you're like, come on, go to the convention.
well, I was not planning on going to any conventions, and then I was hanging out with this person over here, and she minded me saying, just, yeah, you know, there's a convention coming up. I'm like, I don't know if I'm an intern. Hey, sure. Screw it, let's do it.
Sorry, yeah, so going to the so you have to include to come and check out Sakura Con? Yeah, so like, oh my god, sorry. But yeah, so how did you find out about Sakura Con? Have you been here before?
Oh yeah, I've been trying to start back I don't know how many years, but a few.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, like my normal group of friends decided not to come this year, so I was trying to reach out and have bring them in.
Like, did anyone want to come along to Sakura Con? Because like, it's a very big conference. It's like you go with people, right?
Oh, definitely.
Hard to really go alone. So it's like, yeah, so and that's really cool. It's like the conference, yeah. So like, and then, but yeah, so like, how have you been doing the Mata Bar?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, it's great. Especially after COVID and everything, I was so excited.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that it was sold out. Like, it's the first time that I've seen it.
yeah, no, it's lovely. I've been coming to for years. I've never seen it so well. Like, people are still paying a lot for really hard weekends. I did it's nice to see people like out in hanging out again. Like, there's different areas for them. Like I'm really excited for you. But even we're only first month, like we're actually out. Yeah. So how many you get? Do you both go out for?
Convention, lately I've been going for about 11 or 12 years.
Oh, okay.
And I've been cosplaying for about 10 years.
Oh, okay. And what got you into cosplay?
My cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was really into like anime and manga and stuff, and she was going to her years before I was, and we decided to go to Michael. And years later, let's go. And
Yeah.
really got me to go, and I did.
Awesome. So y'all kind of carrying along.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Now,
I don't want to do with them.
right. It's just like, you know, it's just like, formulated, give like, just like, highly. Yeah. Who's enjoying it? What got you in cosplay?
Again, my cousin.
Oh,
Yeah, because she loves to cosplay and everything. So when I saw my first convention, I didn't cosplay at all. It just was something, and it was experience to try to really have it. But seeing her cosplay and seeing it as a lot of things that you probably enjoy it so much, I heard it. That's pretty much it. So it looked like a lot of fun.
well, you trash stuff with him. He's like, oh man. He's like, well, here we are, and trying out different topics and stuff. What's been your favorite topic so far? You?
I have a Raven from season 19 cosplay. That was another favorite. And then I also have a silent Hilbert cosplay.
Do you like the no face thing?
Yeah, so I have a whole mask that I made. So I just did the plastic strips and
like, man, how do you do like a confidence level? Sometimes I'm crazy. Yeah, so you never made your like major or yeah, to go to the series, any one major that you guys are you're a confidence?
yeah, so for like people con.
Oh no, just here to give it up.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go get Johnny and Dr. Sakura.
Panels, make memories, take pictures,
Oh, go to the dance tonight.
dance girls. We went last night and then.
Dude, I was a great fighter.
No comment.
Okay, I'll take your word. That's how you know you had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't know I could move that fast.
Hey man. All right. You know what? I might see you. If I see them, you might have to do your own name or something. That's awesome. Like, it's great to hear. Dude, how was it? How was like, were there a lot of people at the race?
Quite a few people. You have people that just kind of like dancing on the side just to themselves, and then you have the people that like to circle along and like, hey, huddle, or go in the middle, dance. And we're like, show me what you got. Okay, something, all right, get up.
Oh, that's fine. Did you dance as well, or were you there?
I was like on the outside of the circle, kind of making it up.
Oh, there you go. What kind of how are you guys looking forward to here?
Yeah.
We might have to try to pose here after this. Yeah, it's try it out, right? Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. And then are you guys? Yeah. What are you here looking forward to?
I didn't really look this year, so I'm not gonna do it.
It's going to be.
I kind of want to do this tonight.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering weakness.
I was like, oh, the wings here. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, for your first thing you're talking about, that's the best you can do. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
just take it all in. Like, there's definitely a lot more on. Like, you gotta experience that time. You gotta, like, excited. But, yeah, so, kind of like, to kind of switch for, like, is there any recommendations for maybe like a new person coming into the convention for the first time? Any recommendations what they could do to have a good time up here?
Honestly, I would recommend one, hold on. Two, if you want to cosplay, you should do it. Step out of your comfort zone because other people are either going to step out of your comfort zone or you will be alone. And what's cool about this convention is that everyone is getting confidence. So if you think, oh, my cosplay's not that great, just because someone's going to come and say, hey, you look amazing. So each of that, try everything. Although don't try almost everything, because then you will be worn out and you will just mess up.
If it's the first time ongoing, take it slow. You can burn out real easy when time is really scheduled.
Maybe get the down the entire day.
Yeah, you're on your feet the entire day.
Make sure you have a backup protector if you're using that first time. So with cosplay, like, what do you recommend for our first time cosplay?
Yeah. So, they have trainings. Like, they have trainings. Like, if you're taking, like, technology, I'd like to put that as possible. That's something that's like, okay, it's incredible. And then get used to it and some kids stronger and
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's it. And like I haven't read like these are like that very small but very tech, but they now they like create great content.
yeah.
It's fun to hear about that. And they kind of, and then last time like the last week, what do you guys like do after a con? What do you guys do like this stuff?
Sleep. Yeah, sleep, relax, rest, reminisce about, hey, yeah, we did that. That's cool.
Yeah, they were like at the photo shoot, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of like take it in. Yeah. And then, also, yeah, that's a lot of great stuff. And then, like, is there any cosplayers that you like to recommend shout out?
I mean, my cousin, Shala. I also have another friend, I call him Dog.
Hi. So, this is Kyle from the future again, and I wanted to cut this interview a bit short because, as you probably heard there from a second ago, someone decided to just blare some music in the background during the interview, and we were obviously trying to wrap up. You can imagine, to keep in line with kind of YouTube's music copyright, I'm just going to have to kind of cut the interview there. However, please go give her a like on Instagram and follow. As well as shout out to Andre, who cosplayed as Alucard from Hellsing. And he did an amazing job. So thank you for watching. And also shout out to the person who was blasting the music in the background. They actually had like a whole setup back there. But anyways, that's the story from next time. Thanks for watching, guys.